Swing.
Stay away from the crack.
Smoke weed every day.
Do your research.
That is a flat out lie.
That's a flat out lie.
That is a flat out lie.
That's a flat out lie.
Skip, all I'm saying is this. Skip.
Tap that wiener.
Full-throated endorsement.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
No rules, no leash, no holding back. The Outcast Podcast, uncut all facts. Turn it up loud, this is outlaw talk. Mic stays hot, ain't no button to stop. No soft seats, no safe space. The Outcast Podcast, raw in your face. 3 men stand, 3 minds clash. Drop that truth, no looking back. Facts hit hard, no disguise. Take your shot or step aside. The Outcast Podcast, filtered and raw. No backs down, no holds barred. Truth gets told, no disguise. Love it or hate it, pick a side.
Oh, yeah.
That's intense.
This is the Outcast Podcast.
And there it is. Here we are.
Damn right.
We're back live and better than ever. We apologize for missing last week. Unfortunately, we had to amputate a leg off of my dog.
So sad, bro.
Pretty
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah,
And he doesn't mean Ramo.
I only got 3.
Long brown.
Yeesh. It's terrible, man. Gentry, I'm sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
that sucks.
This dog, I've known this dog since it was very young. And
Now, which one? I didn't ask. I never asked. but-
Rudy.
This was Rudy.
Oh,
This was Jordan's dog. He turned 12 and he got all A's and B's, and so his reward was a dog.
Nice.
And now here we are 10 years later, and the dog is getting old, and he had a tumor on his little leg,
Oh,
and they said, hey, best thing to do is to chop this sumbitch off. And I was like, man, it's pretty rough thing to deal with. So I apologize for missing last week, but we did have to amputate a leg off the family dog.
Good Lord.
you weren't throwing a pun in there, were you? With the rough? It was rough.
It was rough. But I will
was
say this
rough.
about the dog, pretty resilient. He's hopping around on those 3 legs. And
He's rough.
As long as they're loved, man, they seem pretty happy,
Yes, well, I feel the
regardless
love.
of their situation.
Every Wednesday, I feel the love here on the Outcast Podcast.
Sure.
And so I'd like to introduce you to the cast of the Outcast Podcast. We will start with Ramo G. What's going on, Ramo G?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
To the people of
Long brown.
Yeah.
Long brown.
Puerto Rico.
Boy, I love it. I love it. Yes, give it to you some
How
more.
was your Easter? Do you celebrate Easter? Did you look for any eggs, any Cadberries?
No eggs, but definitely, got a slight basket, some peanut butter, eggs, and shit like that. But I'll tell you what, my son got their Skittles, but it's like a gummy with Skittles on it.
What kind of gummy? Any THC in those
No,
gummies?
I wish.
Well, that's
That
not
would
fun.
be sick. Oh, it was for kids, dude. He's 8 or 10. Sorry.
You gotta
Damn
be
it, I
gotta
got
be
too many.
careful now with the Easter and Halloween candy. Be
was so
accidentally
good.
give your kid a chocolate. Next thing you know,
No,
the
I
cartoons are looking a little different.
I
on
keep
Saturday
those in a
morning.
different place.
Next thing you know, the kid's actually cool. He's listening to cool music and shit.
You like, when you get so chill?
My kids are
What's
already
up with
pretty
you?
cool.
Like, you all right?
Let's say hello to Memphis. Memphis is in the place, always representing the Vols with that Tennessee orange. I see that.
Good
the
job,
Tennessee
man.
Vols.
Yeah. We here. Yeah, we got a quarterback and shit too. So
I
He's-
stopped being gay 19 years ago.
what the fuck?
What the hell's going on? He said
What the
that?
hell is going on?
I think he said that.
I did not say that.
Yo.
He doesn't celebrate many holidays, so I doubt you did any Easter egg hunts. You ever hunted an Easter egg in your life?
Yeah, I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Is that a reference to sex?
Yeah.
Crickets, he said.
Yeah.
We need a sound effect there. Sound effect.
Yeah, something.
That was funny.
You going to cut off or something?
Yeah, I did as a kid though, man.
You did?
And then I grew out of that shit.
Just not. You don't celebrate anything. I know you've said that on the
No.
show. No Christmas.
Nope.
What about Thanksgiving? Do you give thanks on Thanksgiving and eat a turkey or anything, or no? That's
Hell no, I give thanks every day.
okay.
I thank my
Me
Creator
too.
every
yeah,
day.
yeah.
I don't need no special day in November for that. Hell no.
All right, let's move on to Tomcat. What are
Dang.
you doing, TK?
Well, my mom has been in the hospital. She broke her kneecap, which
Oh,
is,
that's
sucked.
right. I'm
I've
so
been
sorry to hear
visiting her
about
every
that.
day and working a lot.
What is it with you
making-
guys and your family members and limbs and shit?
And what?
Limbs.
Limbs. No, my mom's never broke anything.
I know
thank
that.
God.
She's such an
But
awesome lady, dude.
yeah, she's getting better, so that's
Good,
been good.
good,
And
good.
dealing with that. And
You had to one-up me on the dog, huh?
He did,
I
he
tried-
did.
It was on the same day.
Totally.
It was on the same. It was the same.
Kneecapped you?
Pretty
What?
much.
Oh, that she had the surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Did
you're.
they replace it?
They just put screws in what was there.
Was it? So it wasn't like a really, really bad one.
It
Like
was-
that.
Oh, she's got screws in her knees. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I didn't see the X-ray, which
Okay.
I would have a better idea of what it looked like. Not like I know anything, but
You're right.
but I know they put
Ouch.
screws in it and they didn't replace it. That's all I know.
She got screwed.
She's heading to rehab.
I knew that was coming.
She got screwed. She did. My mom.
She went
Yet
out of
again.
town and she
Hey,
got scared.
I wouldn't be here if this lady didn't get screwed. Okay,
Every time she goes out of town,
it's a good thing. Alright. So that's what I've been up to.
she's just smacking when she gets back, kid.
And
Right in the face.
working a lot, working DJing on the beach, and making music. Made a lot of
Nice.
music. Got a couple new
Yeah.
ones out. We don't ever get stuck in country ass shit because that soy boy fucking
Uh-huh.
Morgan Wallen put out a country ass shit song, but
You missed one.
it's for the beta country boys.
You missed a song.
What?
I heard another song that wasn't one of those two.
Which one?
The one in the garage. Oh,
Oh, the fucking country skank. I ain't
Country
released
Skank.
country skank.
Yeah,
yet.
You gotta get Country Skank out.
Country
Have you
Skank.
heard it? It's pretty raw.
What's country skank about, Tomcat?
Country Skank is a song that I
You're so
wrote
mean.
about a just your country skank. Everybody knows.
Is there a particular
had a
country
country
skank
skank.
that you're thinking of? When
Yeah,
you
No,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
not. But there's everybody
sure?
knows
I
Do
don't know.
we? I don't know.
the
any.
skanky country girl. You
I
don't?
don't know. Introduce me, please, 'cause I don't know.
I don't know any skanky country girls.
At all.
Yeah, you do know. Who doesn't know a skanky country girl? They wear the little short shorts. They like to drink beer.
A lot
You
of
know,
women do that.
they
Gentry,
That's not-
Gentry
that
has
doesn't
a
make them
story about a country.
skanky.
All right, here's the song right here. Gentry has a story about a country skank that
What's that?
Oh,
That he
do
knows.
tell.
Are we
Oh,
gonna
you
get
Oh,
exclusive?
what is this?
Here it is.
We're telling on each
We're
other
getting
now.
exclusive right here.
You got the song right here.
yeah.
It's Country Skank
It's kind of rude.
right now on the Outcast Podcast.
Never heard before.
Check us
Got
out.
Daisy Dukes riding up too tight. Boots caked in mud from last night's fight. Tipping tall boys on a busted old cooler. Lipstick smeared, looking even cuter. Corn dog hanging from her pouty lips.
Corn dog.
Cowboy hat with a whiskey
Hold on, here it
drip.
goes.
Said, take me round back where the hogs get fed. So I banged her silly on a prize pig's head. She's a country skank.
Wait,
no
what?
shame in her
A prize pig's head.
Oh yeah.
She's a country skank.
I
I like
may
that.
have to release that one. She's a country skank.
Dude, you every. Oh,
who's
my
singing
God,
that song,
they'll beat
Tomcat?
your ass, dude.
Is that one of your artists you signed to your label?
That is one of my Florida artists
Oh my
here.
God,
This
that
guy,
is
guy's called
hilarious.
Smoke Mullet.
Smoke Mullet, yeah.
Oh,
he's-
that's Smoke Mullet.
He's
Okay,
got a
I
good.
shoulda known.
He's got a good
Yeah.
voice, man.
I should have known.
I thought that was a good signing when you signed
guy-
Smoke Mullet to the label.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
that
good.
was brilliant.
He's got a feature coming up there with that jelly roll. You look out for jelly roll and
that's
Smoke
dope.
Mullet. Yeah.
I hear he's
Dope.
working with Jimmy Highwater too. I heard.
Yep. Jimmy
They
Highwater
got some new stuff coming out.
with Post Malone.
All right, let's move on to our first topic. You guys will be happy to hear about this. There's a study that came out that says that you can't beat traditional old basketball, according to scientific reports. This is a publication called Scientific Reports. They found that basketball training can improve your cognitive function more than just endurance or resistance training.
Sure.
They did this research. It lasted 4 months, and it showed basketball players have better executive function and memory and more flexible. And very key reasons they believe is because of the decision-making under pressure.
Right.
And also spatial awareness. You have to know how to space away from others. And it's also team-based and problem-solving. And so we were very happy here at the studio as we play basketball every Wednesday.
Yeah.
We were like, man, no wonder we're so freaking smart.
True.
So I started thinking, I wonder what sport has the smartest athletes? Who do you think, Ramo, of all the athletes, and this includes all sports, who do you think is the smartest sport of them all? Could it be table tennis? Could it be backgammon? Could it be NASCAR driver? Could it be whatever? What do you think? What do you say there, Ramo? I have the stats.
A NASCAR driver would be good going in one direction, definitely. But I would have to say somebody under pressure, making extremely quick decisions and moving very rashly would be or like very fast, like
Yeah, rashly, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. Very, very,
You got a
very
rash,
move
like you got a
suddenly.
rash.
Move, yeah,
You
well
need
that
some
too.
ointment or
That
something.
too, yeah. Yeah, very nice, very nice. A&D
So what
works well.
sport you think it is?
I think ping pong, table tennis.
Oh,
Them guys
very
move a lot.
good, Remo.
Ping pong. Let's see. Let's go to the board. Is it ping pong?
Yeah,
Confucius say negative.
Ping pong's not actually on the list, Ramo.
Probably not,
Let's ask Memphis, of all the sports
I
you
was
could
having fun with
Yep,
it.
yep.
what do you think breeds the smartest? What helps the cognitive range of the brain, makes you more flexible, makes you just an overall better human being of all the sports? What do you think?
I would say starting quarterback in the NFL.
Let's go. You do have to be smart. You have to be able to read a playbook, quick decisions. Peyton Manning, the size of that brain and that
that's the first
forehead.
person I thought. I was like, oh, we talking about Peyton.
You see that brain in his
Peyton.
got a huge forehead.
He
I
does.
believe
He
he's
got a big ass head.
big
though.
brain in that guy.
You should
But
see his ass
If he
on
had
campus.
muscles, I think he was on steroids.
You're wrong.
it's not.
It's
It's
not.
not.
It's
Not
not
the quarterback.
quarterback.
Yeah, I know
It's
it's
not
not that.
Peyton.
Yeah.
You have a chance to take and steal this from everyone, Tom.
You know what it is, Tom.
Well, this is difficult because I have two that I want to pick, but I will only pick one of these.
You want to tell us the one that you're not going to pick first, and then
The one I'm not going to pick is volleyball, though I think that's a good one.
they have the nicest asses, I will say. Volleyball players
good
have
one.
great
Volleyball
ass.
women.
And the
have
one that I will
nicest
pick
asses.
is golf. I think golf is a good one.
I was thinking that
That's
too.
a good
Oh,
one.
That's a real good one.
You got to know trajectory.
Got to do the Elon Musk hands.
You have
when
to
I
be
pick
able to time your putts.
That's pretty terrible.
Although they have assistants, they have a caddy that tells them what club to
They
use.
do,
Yeah, this
and
is true too.
Sometimes the caddy's smarter than the golfer.
it's true.
Let's go to the board.
And they're usually drunk.
Unfortunately, John Daly, Tiger Woods,
Yeah, they're idiots.
not amongst the
No
smartest.
Jack.
But they drink a lot, and that's cool.
So, if you will believe it, the number one sport with the smartest athletes. You sometimes will see this on Sundays. Bowling. How about it for
No
bowling?
fucking way. All right.
I don't know.
Bowling?
I seen some of them motherfuckers, and they do not look
The Big
all that
Lebowski.
intelligent.
Oh, do you? It's like that.
I love bowling.
That one. That one bowling thing. The
ooh.
guy that freaked out because he won like whatever. He was like the shit, and he was like, "Who do you think I am? You are whatever the fuck."
I
It
don't
was on
understand.
ESPN.
I don't understand the theory behind it or why. Let me see
That's
if I can.
Kingpin. Kingpin's a shit.
It is a fun movie. I like it with
I don't know.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
And I
Yeah.
forget the other guy's name, although I feel like an
Randy
asshole.
Quaid.
Wait, yeah,
A study by William Daly
cousin Eddie.
found that bowlers average an IQ of 129 on standard tests. You know who's second on the list?
Who?
Tennis players.
I was
Sure.
just gonna say tennis
Pickleball.
players.
Sure.
Tennis players are number 2. Number 3 is basketball players, followed by American football players, which I'm surprised because they get hit in the head so much. But,
Yeah, but they got to know a lot of shit.
So
Ba-
bowling, number one, huh?
Then baseball players.
No shit.
Baseball players come in right after football players, and then golfers.
Sure.
It was a good guess. Golfers are pretty smart.
Yeah, I would imagine they would be.
But
That was going to be my real
bowlers.
guess, but like, I want to have fun with it. Ping pong players, I thought that was hilarious.
That would be a fun Outcast trip to go. I know we've
Play
said
ping pong?
that we were going to go golfing.
Oh,
no,
golf.
playing bowling.
Yeah,
Playing
that would
bowling.
be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
suck.
I think that's going to be our next trip is bowling.
You've been saying golf would be.
I
did
know.
golf.
But we did top golf.
Yeah,
That's the kind of type golfing I want to do.
No,
My favorite.
we need to get on a real course.
Maybe
Only
maybe we'll
walking
try
around in
Golf,
try some
putt,
bowling.
putt, and net.
Let's play golf bowling.
All right, let's go to our next topic. We got a lot to get to on today's show. There is a craze going on the internet right now. I'm sure you've seen it if you've been on the internet, but people turning themselves into dolls. Have you seen this?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that weird
Cool.
shit.
I like it.
It's a
It's
new
funny.
AI trend where
Yeah.
people are turning themselves into like 3D dolls of themselves. It's kind of inspired, I guess, by Barbie and anime.
It's the accessories for me.
It takes nostalgia, gives you a little futurism.
I don't like it.
Yeah, now
don't
does
like
it read your facial features and shit like that and get you in a database?
That is a good question. How does it choose your
I bet it
accessories, or
does.
do you put it in for it?
I bet it does put you in the data.
What kind of accessories would you have, you think, Memphis, in your... What would you have in your doll?
Hold on.
I don't know.
This is easy.
Like some jeans
What would you...
and a t-shirt.
Jeans
Probably
and a
some.
t-shirt.
I'll probably be rocking a UT shirt or something.
Yeah.
And some kicks or
Some
something.
sunglasses.
Yeah, of course. Gotta have that.
Converses. You probably wearing some Converses, I bet.
Chucks,
Chuck
you know,
All-Stars.
Chucks. You can't go wrong with Chucks.
What do you think would be in there, Ramo, for Memphis?
For Memphis?
A Travis Scott album,
Oh,
possibly?
I doubt that particular artist, but perhaps some vinyl.
Vinyl, yeah.
Vinyl and
Vinyl
maybe
records.
a turntable or a CD player, some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I don't know.
Let's take a look. Let's just see what the
There's some-
AI decided to put in his. There it
a
is.
syphilis shot.
It looks like a passport.
Okay,
A passport. A condom, it says.
There you go. All right, good
I
enough.
could sell some
I know
of my
some kind of
pubic hair right
sexual-
now to a chick.
I can
It's
sell
your
some of
reason.
my pubic hair right now to a chick.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god!
It looks a lot
so
like you.
That's fucking funny.
That does look.
It kind of does.
Not
look
bad.
like me.
Not bad.
Do your research.
All right, let's now go to
That's
Ramo.
classic.
Ramo, we put you into the AI machine. Tomcat, what would you have Ramo dolled up as his Barbie doll? What do you think would go in there?
He definitely needs like a taco. And then right.
Ron Brown.
Yes.
Ron
And
Brown.
then,
how about a
What are you
Batalillo,
talking
which
about?
is like an empanada.
All right.
All right, there you go.
Some
And then, like-
plantains?
Some
What about-
plátanos.
what
Yeah,
about
there you
plantains?
go.
Tacos and turntables.
Son totones.
Tacos and turntables. What would you like to see your doll have, Ramo? Because
Definitely a big bag of weed and some papers.
big bag of weed and papers.
Yeah, and maybe a lighter.
Some snacks. You better come with some snacks.
Sure. Nice bag of Doritos.
Let's
Maybe
ta-
some ice cream.
Let's take a look
No
and
pussy.
see what
I
the
don't know.
AI came up with. Oh, a double cheeseburger.
That too, yeah, there you go. I like it. Holy shit, that looks like me. Oh my god, that is so weird. No! Turn it off.
Shirt. Ron Brown.
Is that Ron Brown?
It's too skinny though. I think it,
That's not even right.
yeah, maybe.
it's like skinny Ramo.
It is not even.
Shit, man, that is
And why do I look so mean, dude? I look like I'm about to
Yeah, you're a
get
cholo.
attacked by ice or some
I like
shit.
the sombrero.
It's
Oh,
almost like
wow.
you're missing an item. You
Yes,
notice? You
what
see
is
how
that?
it has like you get a
You're
sombrero,
missing, like,
a
some
cheeseburger,
cocaine
and
or
then it's
something?
just.
Memphis stole it.
That's where the green card was.
That's funny.
Oh wow.
All right, now
That's
let's
great.
go to.
I am from Puerto Rico.
Let's go to Tomcats. Let's see what Tomcat. Let's not show it yet, but
No, I know
What-
mine's gonna be bad.
what do you think Memphis would go in Tomcats? Like a MAGA T-shirt or?
I don't know. He might have a mega T-shirt.
What do you mean, might? He got the
Right.
goddamn
I got
100 by
If
87
he
flag.
got a mega T-shirt, he got like a C, not a C, but like a Fox News sticker somewhere. There's something with Fox News.
It's a
on.
Trump dildo.
He might have
It's
one.
a Michael. Micro.
It's definitely
With
not
blonde hair.
It's definitely not going to be coming with a COVID mask. I'm sure.
No,
Yeah,
you
sure.
won't have a
No,
COVID
hell
mask
no.
or anything.
No COVID
Or the
mask.
shot.
No sort of.
No, oh, come
no
on. That would be funny,
certifications,
though.
Anything like that? Nah.
Shut
All
his ass.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the Tomcat doll and see what the AI came up with. Oh,
Underwear so he doesn't shit in your
Look at-
pool.
It
Oh,
kind of
hell
looks
no.
like me, but I'm a little white. Looks kind of like Brian a little bit.
That's
What that-
funny.
What
So
is
that
that?
It
is
does. That don't look
a-
like you.
That is a margarita and a pamper because I pee in the pool.
Yeah. Tomcat looks way
Oh,
more
I get
douchey.
it.
He doesn't pee in the pool. He shits in the pool. What are you talking about?
It
Yeah,
kind
he
of looks
does.
like me a little bit, but it is.
that's yeah. Yours doesn't. Yours I think is the
You're
worst.
not invited
it doesn't
to
really.
4th of July,
yours
bro.
doesn't look like you, Tomcat, for some reason.
It doesn't. Mine didn't either. I mean, it was
But
cool. I thought it was fun. It's fun. It's a doll.
It needed like a skateboard, one
I
of
need
those
to give.
electric
I need to
skateboards.
profit off of this. So
I found that
I
the
need to
internet
go
is
ahead
kind
and-
of confused by me. It's like not really sure if I'm white or black or what I am.
Indian.
It's not really
Maybe
sure.
mixed. Yeah, you're like a
It's
Mariah
always
Carey.
wrong when it makes an image of me. It's just like, this kind of like this guy. Yeah, it looks like that guy.
Now we made one of me.
let's see.
Oh,
Ramo,
you
what do you think would come in my Barbie doll?
I
What
would
would you
say some Cubs merch.
Cub stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you can
Um,
have licensed merch on.
Okay,
anything.
well, okay, so I'm just thinking, I don't know, maybe some headphones and possibly Pocket pussy? I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
flashlight.
Yeah.
I love a nice
Gotta have that
flashlight.
pocket pussy.
All right, let's see what the AI came up with for me. I haven't seen this yet. Oh, look, it does have
Bitcoin.
it has a Blackhawks hat on. You were right. It does have a
Podcast
sports
guy.
hat. It just says podcast
Divorce
guy.
decree.
Mine comes with divorce
That
papers.
that was Jordan's idea.
Zoom in on that bus.
He's scarred.
Age is 13 and up.
That's fucking hilarious.
Now, why does mine come with divorce papers?
That's a dick, dude.
That's
That's
terrible.
ouch.
Ouch.
Holy shit,
That's
man.
sad. Divorce papers.
That
Wow.
is.
And a cheeseburger.
Yeah. I'd rather have a cheeseburger, man. Them divorce papers are expensive as hell.
God damn.
It
I've
also-
got them before.
It also has some Bitcoin in
Or
there.
actually, I gave them, but
On the bright side, it does kind of
Still
look like
cost
you.
me.
Kind of looks like me.
it does look just from here. It looks like you,
Yeah, kind of.
because I'm looking right at your side shot from like here.
This big schnoz I got.
Yeah,
got the
and then I'm
Indians
looking
hat,
at that, and well, you can't tell that from the camera. I wasn't gonna blow that out, but since you put it out there, sure.
Yeah.
That's classic.
Well, there you have it. There are our
That
AI
was
dolls.
fun.
That was funny.
That was fun.
That was
good.
great.
Hey, good
I
job,
like
y'all.
that.
That
Yeah,
was
that
good.
was awesome.
Let's move on to our next topic. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but Bill Belichick, he got a new gig. I don't want to spend a ton of time talking about this particular topic, but I thought this footage was worth showing.
All right.
So, he's 71 years old, and he's got this girlfriend that's like 24 or 25.
Yeah.
And I guess she has been showing up at the practice. Now, you would think, okay, so your girlfriend shows up at practice while you're working. I can kind of understand that. But when you see this footage, you're kind of going to understand why there's backlash, because I don't get it. Could we roll some of this footage? We found this on TikTok. Now, look at how she's dressed, number one.
Yeah, I see
Now,
already. Already.
Now, look at her. She runs and goes, talks to daddy coach, and
What
then
the hell she got on?
what is she doing? Now he's trying to coach. He's trying to come up with plays. He's trying to organize out there. And the girlfriend is like running out and distracting with that outfit that she's wearing.
And he's going, I don't give a shit.
With his
I'm
old
7.
balls.
Oh, she's getting them right on her face.
All right, now watch this next. Oh, here she comes. Look at her. She's like, hey, what do you think about the defensive scheme this year? Should we put that kid Taylor in at linebacker? He's like, I don't know, baby. I'm going to make you a tight end. I know that. And look how she's prancing. Now watch this one. She's walking up to him, and it looks like she has something in her hand. She's talking to other coaches. Now she's adjusting his headset. What the fuck is going on here? And now she's in the middle of the field. Then she looks like she has a press credential on.
That is very
Yes, she
strange,
got all
right? That's not
access.
normal in the
That's all
football
access.
sphere.
Well,
Yeah.
and this is college too. This at University of North Carolina.
Now, has any other coach ever had some fly-in puss like that, where they have it on
I'm sure Lane
sidelines like
Kiffin. I'm
that?
sure Lane Kiffin did. I'm sure that motherfucker did when he was
We
in
ain't never
Tennessee.
seen no shit like this before, though.
But not like this. Not like this. Hell no.
He's showing out, huh?
Well, I mean,
Isn't that the dude that got busted in the rub and tug?
No, that was
No,
the
that's
owner.
Oh, okay.
the owner.
the
That was
owner,
it.
yeah,
He
the
worked
whole-
for him.
Yeah, he
Whole
worked
team
for
is freaky deaky.
My theory is he's hired her because she can actually relate to the players a little better than
Sure.
he can. She's-
Yeah, 100%.
him.
he's 71, she's 25.
Yeah, she probably went to her and was like, what the fuck did he just say?
I think she might be showing out for the players, maybe.
You think she's trying to get some young?
It's
That's
possible.
interesting.
It's
Sass.
possible.
Oh yeah, what's this we're showing on the screen? Something. Oh yeah, Urban Meyer. This was back when he had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Urban
but she's
Mike-
not on the football field
Why is he?
calling plays.
Why is he blocking his junk?
Because they're
Because
he's
he-
not.
He's trying to hold it down.
He doesn't. He is
Nah,
not.
he
There's
was,
nothing
well,
to
he
do.
was married. The old girl was grinding all up on him, but he wasn't trying to move either.
All right. Well, I ain't calling somebody out for that, man.
Listen,
You
I
do
ain't
you.
hating. I
There
ain't
you
hating
go.
play. Hey,
Hey.
I
Yeah, it's a
ain't
little
hating
weird
play.
having your. It's his wife, right? It's his young
It's his-
wife.
I think it's his girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend.
Fiance, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Well,
That's awesome for him. I mean, you gotta say. Gotta
Hey, you
give it
know
to
what,
the
man?
guy.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, nah.
This motherfucker, they team gonna suck, but you know what? I hope he have a good time out there. I really do.
oh, all right. Looks like he's having a great fucking time.
Think
out
he's
there.
got a better looking girl than all the players?
I don't know.
I bet you a few of them want a banger.
Yeah.
I bet she's good with numbers. She definitely knows how to stack up millions, and so maybe that will translate to the 3-4 defense, possibly.
Like, hey,
'Cause
you
she's
got the
really-
job
Like,
right.
I'm thinking more like the 4-2-5.
Yeah.
You gotta run that defense.
She
more
can run that
nowadays.
get down on all fours offense.
Aw.
I'm sure
You
he's,
can
Be
put her
good in
at center.
Oklahoma- Put in the Oklahoma drill.
he's probably getting annoyed with her. He knows that this is going to be like a sideshow on the
It
news,
is,
that people are going to
sure.
be talking about it on
Agreed.
shows like
Oh
this.
yeah, hell yeah, being who he is.
So he's probably rolling his eyes every time she comes running up, like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
They definitely filmed
He's
this
gonna be
on
like,
the
yeah, you're just
fucking
mad because I'm
TMZ."
fucking her and you're not. I didn't get a drum roll? Jeez.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Nothing.
We're light on the drum rolls today, Ramo.
Apparently.
All right, that's that. We'll see. Hey,
was
if
fun.
they win, I think it's fine. If he goes to North
No.
Carolina and they get a lot of W's, who cares if the chick hangs out? But once they start losing, if they start
Oh, yeah.
losing,
She better
Sorry.
make.
You
She
know
better
she gonna-
make.
As soon as they get their first
Yeah.
big game on TV, boy, she gonna be on TV.
They've
more
always
than
been a basketball
anybody.
school.
They gonna
I
be
think
like,
they
make
always
sure you
will
got
be.
2 cameras on her ass at all times.
all right, let's move on to our next topic. Since the last time we were on the air, we had our Pope pass away.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Who's that?
That would be
Pope Francis.
Pope Francis.
And you know he took the name Francis for the poor because
He
he was
did.
the man of the people.
He was.
And
He was.
stood up
I
for
heard.
the poor.
He was very, very proactive.
And he was
and-
cool. He was even cool. He was cool with LGBT.
Yeah. He was cool with everybody.
People.
Sure.
He had a stroke.
He did.
And I think he was in his 80s.
80, yeah, higher 80s, I think. 88.
It got me to start thinking, like, how do you become the Pope? Like, what do you have to do? So I started doing some research.
A lot of shit.
You have to be a cardinal. Do you
Yeah.
guys know what that? I mean, I don't 100% know what that is.
Is that above a bishop?
It's step down, yeah.
Next to a pawn, and then they got the king and the queen. Oh, wait,
It's
that's
not.
Chinese.
It's not like Mark McGuire when he played for the Cardinals.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's like a
Not
different.
the
big
Redbird
guy.
Cardinal.
But you have to be a cardinal, and then there is like this Holy See, which is a governing body by the Catholic Church,
Uh-huh.
and this includes the Pope and a spiritual cabinet, they call it, and then they vote. So I guess there's going to be some kind of vote.
Yeah.
All the cardinals.
Want to see this white smoke?
And then there's if they don't pick, they burn this black
Black
smoke,
smoke,
and the
yeah.
black smoke
Right.
comes out. And every time they do that, until they pick one,
And then you see,
and then
the,
you
white
see the white
smoke.
smoke.
Sure.
Are you Catholic, Tomcat? You're not Catholic. are you?
Roman Catholic, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
pretty much. Yeah. I
Interesting.
mean, I think pretty
I
much. Like
always,
Christian Catholic.
I always
don't know.
founded this Vatican thing very interesting. What do you know about the Vatican and this whole like city that governs itself? It's very, very
I've been there.
interesting.
They're a bank, too. They have their own sovereign bank, and they answer to absolutely nobody. So they can do whatever they want with all that money they have.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, I've been to
And
Vatican
there's-
City twice.
And there's like a
It's actually
secret
really cool.
vault underneath it where they keep all kinds of like
The
crazy,
basement.
records and stuff that people have never seen. I would love to get in there. and
I heard
check
there's a
out
guy
wild
around back
shit.
that sells some pretty good blow, too.
That's what you heard.
You heard
Yeah,
that?
I did hear that.
What about you,
We're gonna need that.
Memphis? You said you've been there. What do you remember from going there? And did you have to pay for like the tour and stuff?
Well, we didn't go inside, but we were like in Vatican City.
They didn't let him in.
I know they they're protected by the
whoa.
Swiss.
Are they?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, even though they're
The Swiss
They,
guard.
they make some nice watches.
so we hear. But being that it's in Italy, but the Swiss army, they protect it.
See?
It says that in that basement,
Rome.
that it holds over 50 miles of shelves and historical records. Could you imagine
That's
you go into a
crazy.
basement that's 50 miles long? That's insane.
What kind of records they got down there?
They got secretive stuff, man.
It
Stuff-
says they got documents that are dating back over 1,200 years. Letters from Michelangelo.
Sure.
There is stuff of Martin Luther that's in there.
Sure.
Gallows trial records are in there.
Nice.
There's some correspondence with Abraham Lincoln and Hitler in there. I don't understand why they have.
Well, because, I mean, they're supposed to be about peace, so I'm sure they at least made the attempt.
Well,
and Hitler.
here's the thing: if you
Hitler
thought the Earth
was
was round back in the day, they would kill
100%,
you and
yeah.
burn you as
Well,
a heretic.
well,
and they probably
100%.
took all that stuff and hid that down there too.
That too, a bunch of shit. There's a lot of shit. The witch burnings and shit like that. Like I'm sure they played a
That
part
was
in
here.
even though that wasn't them necessarily, but it was the church. So
I was also interested to find out how does the Vatican make money? You know, how do they have their own police? They got their own. It's like their own world.
yeah,
Donations.
They get donations. They also have the museum admissions and the tourism, and then they also have made real estate investments, and they have the Vatican Bank, which is a private bank. You know,
they are in Italy.
that loans money. But there are some controversies I hear that there's been exorcism reports.
Whoa.
What?
The Vatican has had official exorcisms there.
That's nuts.
There's been stories.
They do them all over the place.
Have you also heard the conspiracies that the altar boys, this is
Getting
where
getting
they would
touched and
That's not a conspiracy.
Now listen here, don't get crazy, but I was an altar boy.
You were.
Yeah,
Oh, that
let's not get
explains a
crazy.
lot.
Right here at St. Cecilia's Church
Yeah.
down
Look
here.
at this guy.
Fort
That
Myers,
explains-
right
that
there
explains
on
a lot.
that's like on Summerlin as you're going around.
That
right there.
explains a lot.
That does not. I wasn't touched.
Slap
I
that
didn't
weed.
say you were.
Nope.
You said it.
Nope.
Slap that weed.
Just a little altar boy
I was just saying it explains why you're Catholic or why you
wearing white robes.
and hoods.
Nope.
I went to a few
Carrying
Catholic
the
masses, and the only thing about
Oh, yeah?
Catholicism that I wasn't a huge fan of is it's the same thing every week. Every single week they have the same. You've been right, Tomcat? Isn't it the same thing every single week?
They switch up the songs every now and then, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they
basically.
did it every now and
Listen,
then.
Catholics really like that structure, but Christians are more like you go in, they got the rock band.
They have a lot
and
of shit right. Yeah.
Like, I've only been
Jesus.
to a Catholic church. It was a wedding, so I was just assumed that a wedding is kind of similar to the church. But I was like, man, if I don't get the hell out of
It's
this
very
I felt
Gregorian chantish.
Yeah, I was
Almost,
like,
and then
like,
they
nope.
sing the songs are
Yeah,
very
I'm
mellow.
like, I don't want no parts of that.
To
No.
me, to
Baptist
me,
churches are very upbeat, and it's
See, I've
What?
never been to Baptist. I've been.
I
My
have.
family is half Catholic, Roman Catholic,
sure.
and half Protestant. And then I have some family members that have kind of weaned their way or like eked their way into like the evangelical, Florida evangelical. So I've seen all of them. To me, Catholic feels like Jesus' funeral every Sunday.
Yeah, I get it.
It feels like
I get
you're
it.
going through that.
I
it's
hated it
very
when I was a
somber,
kid.
very-
I hated
right.
going.
Christian church is kind of like whatever. Like I never really learned anything there because
You didn't
most
listen.
of the pastors, well, they were in Spanish, so and I wasn't all that big on
That's why I didn't
listening to
understand what they were
English
saying.
music, or English people talking about Jesus, but whatever. Anyways, and then but the evangelicals, like they're the ones that'll like scream in the middle of the sermon and get up and start dancing and speaking tongues, quote
Right.
unquote.
Yep.
Some people are blaming J.D. Vance for
I've
the
seen
death of
people
the
do
Pope.
that.
Well, he was hanging out with him before he died, but
That's
that's kind
right.
of damn.
Yeah,
He was already
That's
old
fucked
as
up.
shit,
Yeah.
but he was hanging out with him right before he died. But
And also he went to
If you're
one of the teams that
conspiracist,
won a championship. Or was it Michigan?
And they
Ohio
lost.
State.
And he
Ohio
broke the
State.
trophy.
Ohio
Yeah.
State, yeah.
maybe he won't be the next
broke the
president.
trophy?
That might not be good. Oh, he did break the trophy, but he made it like he put out a funny tweet after that.
Yeah, he did on purpose.
breaking
like,
it.
Joking. Yeah.
You know who also has
That's
had
fun,
some
yeah.
bad luck? I just
There it
happened to
goes.
stumble.
Tomcat?
I happened to stumble across. There's J.D. Vance dropping the trophy.
Boom.
You
Oh,
know,
fucking Butterfinger.
you know he
Yeah.
was like, "Fuck
Yeah,
me."
he obviously didn't play football.
Yeah, we glad you ain't play football.
He wasn't a wide receiver.
Let's see what Trump does.
Whoa.
Trump looks over and goes, "Meh."
Yeah, what an idiot. You douche.
It actually looks like it broke.
Oh,
It
yeah.
did break. It broke. It did
That's
break.
good.
See?
Man, that thing wasn't attached at the middle is
might
what it
have-
was.
He
It
might
looks
have
like it wasn't.
he might
Hold
have
on.
jinxed their
Hold
football
on.
team this
Whose
year.
fault was it? The guy at the it was
Whoa,
the guy. It was the guy on the left's
whoa.
fault. I'm gonna say. It's the guy on the
No,
left's
Alright.
no,
fault.
don't blame
Let's
him.
move
the
on
guy
to
left
our
handed.
next topic. I happened to stumble
hilarious.
across this
That's funny, though. It was funny.
documentary. I know it was a little before my time, but you guys all remember the Go Go Power Rangers.
Yeah,
yeah.
Power Rangers.
So I was sitting with the old lady. She's watching some television, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" And it's a documentary about the tragedies that surround the Rangers, the Power Rangers. I did not realize that
The
all
Rescue
these
Rangers?
Power Rangers, like one of them was arrested for COVID relief fraud, another one was convicted of manslaughter, another one had domestic violence, another one died by suicide. It's like every single Ranger, for the most part, has had some kind of traumatic thing happen in their life. I think we have the roll the tape. I think we have the footage of the documentary's trailer. Go ahead and roll it.
So growing up, you were my favorite preacher dad.
So do you love me or hate me? No, I love it. Okay.
Not all Hollywood stories have a happy ending, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
So they end up talking about all the bad things that happened to these
Who the
Power
fuck
Rangers.
is that?
Rangers has a dark history.
He ran him through with the sword.
You realize how many fans are hurt because that actor killed himself?
Can I just have a moment?
My brother believed Taylor Swift was his soulmate. He wrote 70 letters.
That's other ones. There's a bunch of different storylines with this new show on ID, but I just found it to be very traumatic what had happened to these Rangers. And come to find out, the guy who was running it, you know, he was making millions and millions of dollars, and he would cast these children, really young, old, teens and younger 20-somethings, and they would become superheroes. And then they would want more money. I guess they were getting paid like $250, $300 an episode.
Damn.
And they became phenomenons where their figures were being sold in stores. It became a multi-million-dollar Power Ranger business. And when these kids, they all got together at one point, they were like, wow, we got big ratings. We're making all this money, but we're not getting paid shit. So they went into the guy that started Power Rangers and tried to renegotiate their contracts. And he was just like, guess what, kids? I'll replace you with another damn Red Ranger, and you'll be out of here. So either get your $250 and be happy with it, or sayonara.
Sounds like
Was he a bad boy here? Was he a bad boy there?
Club owners in Fort
I was
Myers.
just thinking that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that shit. It's the same amount of money, too. Good Lord.
It's true.
So,
and you got to bring your own fucking equipment. That's bullshit.
It's so fucking
Fuck
funny.
that.
So he just
Power Ranger.
he would replace these guys. So that I guess the psyche of it is all of a sudden 1 minute you're a superhero. You know, you're giving autographs, you're taking pictures with kids, you're living the superhero dream. You're on television, and then next thing you know, you're an out of work actor, and you've been replaced by another Red Ranger. And I guess that can really mentally screw with these people.
Fuck yeah.
And
Sure.
the story of the one Power Ranger, I guess he was staying at some chick's house, renting a room there, and then he got abusive with her, so she had her brother come over just to kind of like make sure that this guy didn't bully her.
Right.
And he came over to kind of set the tone, like, hey, you're not gonna fuck with my sister. And this guy pulled a sword out and gutted. He gutted this girl's brother.
Damn.
His roommate's brother, and put a damn sword right through his body. And then he was able to get out of jail after like a year and a half or 2 years because he pleaded self-defense, that the guy was coming at him. And it's a very interesting story. Did you guys ever watch Power Rangers? Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
I remember it. I never watched it.
I never really
It was
watched
too
it.
cheesy.
Yeah.
And I was too old for that. But it's still cheesy as shit.
But I had
It reminded me of remember the old Spectron and Voltron and all them other ones like back in the day.
Voltron was the shit. Don't you dare talk bad about
Voltron was cool. My
don't do it.
brother had the doll, the one that you put the lines together.
Yeah,
That shit
buddy.
was cool.
Yeah, pretty wild. If you get a chance, you could watch that series
Spectrum
that's
Man.
out. It's called Dark Side of the Power Rangers documentary, and it just came out like 2 weeks ago.
I'll check it out. That's fun.
All right, on to our next topic. You know, there has been the economy has been up. It has been down. People are afraid we may be going into a recession, although today it rallied. So I started doing my research, looking at all the historic financial crisis in the history of financial crises. And we've been alive for a few of them. One of them was recently the time when it all crashed for COVID.
I have concepts of a plan.
But I found out that the very first major financial crisis was actually over a flower. This was back in 1637. It was tulip mania. The first bubble that we ever had burst, a financial crisis, was when the price of tulips crashed after the prices skyrocketed. So if you see, we have a graph up on the screen there. In
Tulips.
In 1634.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there was a little stealth phase where people got into them, tulips. Oh, wow, look at these flowers. And then people became aware that, wow, these things can hold value. If you get your hands on some of these tulips, you could buy them for a little bit and maybe sell them for more. Then it became like a mania, and then it became greed, and it became a big bubble. This was in 1637.
That's crazy. Well, you know what's better than roses on a piano, right?
What's that?
Tulips on an organ.
I love it. But hey,
right on time.
But it got me thinking that, are we being bamboozled with this cryptocurrency? Like,
Sure.
imagine, 200 years from now, people laughing, at least with a tulip, you actually had a physical flower that you could smell, you could put in a window, it could bring you some joy. But when you're buying like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I know that there is a possibility that we could put together this new financial system and that there's a lot of tech going on, and people say that it's going to be much better than currency. But do you think we're maybe being bamboozled into buying cryptocurrency only for it to crash, and people will laugh at us, kind of like you would look at a tulip craze?
Tulip. Yeah,
I
see
think
it, man.
that I wish I would have got into crypto when people were first talking about it. You know what I mean? Like when people really made the millions off it in the very beginning. But I think as long as you're trading something and people are willing to trade back and forth as if this is something that it has value, then you're good to go. It's hard to tell what it's going to do because crypto is something that's digital, and it's kind of hard to understand, blockchain and all that crazy shit. But at the basic core of it, it just means that we value this thing like the dollar. What's the dollar worth? It's just a piece of paper. So we say it has this value, and so it does. So going forward, I would assume it's as solid as other things, but not as solid as like a Fortune 500 company or a business that you can say it as a brick and,
Or gold. Like, who's to say, why is gold valuable? Like, what? It looks flashy, I guess. It looks nice on a necklace.
It's rare.
It's rare.
But it's tangible.
It's like, and it's
It is.
tangible,
It
but
is tangible.
crypto isn't.
Right.
It's a, and people have made. I have a friend of mine that has made millions of dollars off of Ethereum and these various coins, and I have another friend who has like damn near his entire life savings in some of these coins.
Mm-hmm.
I have put some money in them, but I am a little concerned as I've seen it go up, I've seen it go down, and we're getting all to the age where we got to really start looking at our money, because
Sure.
at some point we don't really want to work anymore.
That's why I sell dope.
You sell dope?
I'm kidding.
What do you got on you?
Yeah.
Something
I
good?
think the neighbors think I'm selling dope.
I did my research, though, and I looked at all the major financial crises. I have them here. So you had the Tulip Mania. That was the first one in 1637.
Tulip Mania.
The next one was in 1720. This was the South Sea Bubble, and this happened in the UK, and the Mississippi Bubble in France. It was overhyped trading companies that collapsed. Then in 1873, you had the Panic of 1873, they called it. That was the railroad overexpansion. It led to a global depression. And then these are the more modern ones that we remember. The 1929 Wall Street crash.
Yeah.
That led to the Great Depression that we saw in the 30s. Then in the early 70s, we had the oil crisis recession that happened, and a lot of inflation. And then we had 1987. This was when we were all pretty young, but the Black Monday, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Dow dropped 22% in one day. The Asians had their financial crisis in the late 90s, and then you had the dot-com bubble, if you remember that.
Yeah.
You could buy a dot-com, and next thing you know, you could turn around and sell it for thousands of dollars more than what you paid for it the next day,
Yeah,
and people were buying up dot-coms. And then one that really stings with me personally was the financial crisis with the sub-mortgage collapses.
Yeah.
Remember when they were just giving everybody loans?
Yeah.
USA.
The pricing, houses of the prices with the houses just went through the roof.
Yeah, I
You
remember
know about that one.
Yeah. And then we had the more recent one, the COVID crash.
COVID.
And now people are thinking, is this with the tariffs and Donald Trump being the president, he is shaking a lot of trees. Will we see another financial crisis?
I have concepts of a plan.
What do you think, Tomcat? Do you think that he's going to figure all of this out?
Yeah, I
with
think
these
things
moves
are
he's
moving.
making?
Things are moving in the right direction now. They're making deals. Just made a good deal with India yesterday, and I think there's like 130 some countries that are ready to make deals. So I think things are moving in a good direction. Bringing like manufacturing back is going to take years to bring manufacturing back, but I mean I like all the shit they're doing, so
Do your research.
I like it.
Yep. What do you guys think, Memphis? What do you think?
I don't think anything.
You don't think?
I ain't paying attention to it.
Do your research.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention anymore? You just decided to check out?
No, with that one kind of, but no, I don't pay attention to what they do with Trump and all them. I don't pay attention to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Ramo? Do you think we're on our way for a financial crisis? It's been about 5 years since the last one.
Yeah, honestly, I am not like financially like in tune enough to predict whether or not that's going to happen. There are definitely a lot of smart people that's saying it is, and then there's other people, who are saying that there are other things going on. So my thing of it, the way I look at it is I see what everybody says, I listen to what everybody says, and then I see what happens. And then we know who's full of shit and who's not by that. And I mean, that's the only way you can really tell right now, because trying to get your information from anywhere is at best going to be biased.
I feel like we are in some type of real estate. I don't call it a crisis, but
Well,
I know realtors
big time.
and they're
They-
saying
in
they
Florida
they
there
can't
is.
sell houses.
In Florida, there is.
It's
I know that
it's
on
all
an
over, really.
insurance.
Yep.
I know for a fact.
Because a lot of people got really low interest rates in 2020 or 2021 or 2019 when they were super low. So now all the people that got those great rates are sitting on them like,
sure.
Well, why would I go get another loan, or why would I buy something else?
Right.
And the price of everything is through the roof. I mean, for my kids' generation, it's not like us where we could just go get a house for like $800 a month. You could find some beater old home. There's just no such thing as that anymore.
This is sick.
So it's very, very difficult out there for people. So I'm hoping that I would say that we're in some type of crisis right now.
I think that's why you see him going at Jerome Powell, because he wants him to lower the interest rates so it can affect what you're talking about with the houses. And I think a thing to watch for is that they pass this bill to codify the tax breaks. If they codify the tax breaks and then lower the interest rates, we could see some real action, like with the.
Yeah, but those tax breaks only affect people who make quite a bit of money. Not anybody.
But those people make
I don't
jobs.
think anybody sitting. No, they don't. I think nobody's sitting in here. Not any jobs that are beneficial. If you look, a lot of the companies that are Fortune 500 that have a lot of like these branches and shit like that, Walmart, places like that, they employ a lot of people. Yeah, but most of them are on welfare. So it's kind of like, their employees are being like supplemented by the government, and it's a tear on everything. And I think it's a lot of things that they need to look into that we need to fix.
I think the two things that will help the economy is to get those tax cuts passed, and like I said, then maybe cut those interest rates a little bit. Jerome Powell.
What I want to know is if the Doge was doing what they said they were doing, slashing all these trillions of dollars or whatever it is, billions of dollars off of spending, I'm wondering at what point does it trickle down to us? You would think that if we're saving all this money,
no, we're not.
That things would be at some point.
They're finding that a lot of it isn't actually.
It wasn't true.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, who's finding that? Who's your source?
They're figures that
no
are,
source.
No, they're real sources. Like
What
a lot
source?
of the money that they claim they're
source.
saving are monies that they promised companies from 10 years ago that 75 to 80% of it has already been paid out. So you're not saving a shit because
I'm sure they
it's already
saved
mostly
nothing.
been
I'm sure they
saved.
did nothing. They did nothing, I'm sure. You guys are right.
No,
It was an entirely a big waste of
see.
time.
We'll see.
These are the
We'll
smartest
see.
men in the world, basically. The
Really?
richest man.
Really?
And they couldn't find
You
a dime.
think, you think
They're
he's
idiots.
the smartest man in the world? Bro,
you don't
come
think he's
on.
one of the smartest people in the world?
No, he's probably one
He
of the
may not
most
be the
fortunate.
smartest man in the
He's
world.
one of the
Okay,
most
let's not
fortunate.
split
I'll say
hairs.
that. He's
But this
most
guy is
fortunate.
sending these fucking rockets up and bringing them down and catching them in chopsticks.
He's not doing any of that, dude. He's paying for
Okay,
people
we
to
can
do
argue
it.
about what he's doing.
He's
but all
paying
I'm,
for
listen,
people to
what
do
I'm
it.
saying
There's a
is
difference.
they found
There's
some
a
fucking
difference.
waste.
We'll
Whatever,
see.
we can
We'll
argue
see.
about what Elon
We'll
Musk is or
see.
not. They found some waste.
We'll
bro.
see. We'll
Trust
see.
me.
We'll see.
I hope.
You don't think there's no government waste? Do you
Oh, I
think
know
there
there's
is
tons.
none?
I think there's tons.
Okay,
but I don't
I'm
think
sure they fucking
I don't
found
think it's
some.
where they're looking. I don't think it's where they're looking.
Okay.
I don't think it's where they're looking.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
You don't think it's where they're looking?
Where would you look for the waste?
I would
Where
look
we look?
for corporate contracts and shit like that.
That's the private sector.
No. That's the government, dude. The government they get paid. They pay into that. They're the ones who pay for that. They definitely do. So instead of giving these people billions and billions of dollars who are private sector companies, shouldn't we be investing that in more American things? And then, hey,
you
look,
sound like Trump.
But listen, no, but he's not doing it. Instead of giving them $80 billion contracts, why not give them a $30 billion contract? You guys come up with the other $50 billion. We're going to use this other money to invest in our country's health, our country's job fucking, resources and markets and all that other shit. Like, that's where the money needs to be going, because it's already been proven when the middle class of America is strong, America is strong.
Well, I like that too.
God bless America, and
100%.
God bless everybody here on the show. It's
100%.
now time to go to the not-so-good news. Tomcat, our newsman, I know he's been working feverishly in the control room and in the newsroom. He's been chasing these stories down and getting to the very bottom of what's going on.
I did.
The very, very bottom.
He is a bottom, I hear.
Like bottom feeder.
Tomcat, what's going on in your not-so-good news?
Here's your news shit for April 23rd. Today is, oddly, Shakespeare's birthday and death day.
Whoa! Born and died on the same
That's right.
day.
He was born and he died on the same day, April 23rd. He was born in 1564, but he died in 1616, which is a weird number. Talk about dramatic timing. It is the birth of the electron on this day, April 23rd. Back in 1897, physicist J.J. Thomson announced the discovery of the electron. That's how they were able to measure your penis size, Ramo. New Coke debuts. Remember New Coke? 1985, Coca-Cola introduced New Coke.
He stayed up all night writing that one.
That was off the cuff. The backlash, listen, people didn't like New Coke. They put it out on April 23rd. The backlash was so intense that the company had quickly brought back the original formula, if you remember New Coke. The first YouTube video was uploaded on this day back in 2005, and we actually have the video. It's a video called Meet Me at the Zoo, featuring co-founder Jawd Karim.
Cool thing about these guys is that they have really, really, really long trunks, and that's cool.
They have really long trunks, you said?
Penises.
And that's pretty much all there is to say.
That is the first YouTube video ever. It's weird, right?
Terrible.
That was the very first ever YouTube video?
Yep.
Should have been some chick's ass.
Baseball oddities in 2000, Yankees teammates Bernie Williams and George Posada both hit
That's Jorge Posada.
Jorge Posada.
Come on.
Both hit 2 home runs each, one from each side of the plate in the same game, a switch hitting special. That was Spanish right there.
You know all about switch hitting.
On April 23rd, 1990, White Sox player Steve Lyons, that's Steve, right? Not Steve. Played all 9 positions in a single game. Talk about versatility. It is World Book Day, Lost Dog Awareness Day, and Talk Like Shakespeare Day. That was not like Shakespeare. All right, first story. Put a smile on your face because we won the first robot versus human race. China hosts the first ever robot race, and chaos ensues, oil spilled, and one toaster was disqualified. This is a human versus robots what do they call it?
Triathlon?
Relay. What the fuck, not a relay, a race.
A 5K?
I can't think of the name for the race, whatever.
A marathon.
Marathon, thank you, Gentry. So the robots are on one side, the people are on the other, so nobody gets fucked up, but the robots are busting their ass, falling over. I think only one robot finished.
This one's got good flexibility. Whoa, that one's been drinking. What's wrong with that robot?
Yeah, he's pretty fucked
His
up.
little drunk ass on up.
So the humans ended up winning the match. Things got briefly out of hand when 2 combatant robots from a BattleBot spinoff took a wrong turn and started disassembling a vending machine.
Johnny 5.
That was like a drone.
Johnny 5. That's Johnny 12.
China's all about some new shit going on there.
They are.
I see dead people, and now the kid just sees court dates. Former Sixth Sense child star Haley Joel Osment was briefly detained this week after what authorities are calling a very spirited misunderstanding. He got all fucked up and started talking mad shit about Jewish people.
What's wrong with this guy?
Allegedly.
Do we have any of the footage?
Yeah.
I'm in there. 144 Tommy.
44 Tommy.
I don't hear him.
Okay. Well, you're under arrest now. The public thing talks.
Oh, he's drunk.
Stand up, please.
Witness say Osment was riding a scooter through a farmer's market yelling, "I see overpriced avocados," before allegedly trying to pay for them in Blockbuster gift cards. He was released shortly after. No charges filed, just a stern warning and a lifelong ban from the organic pickle stand.
Why are you fucking with the people?
Hollywood
with the
1, Dignity 0. Okay, next up. Don't get in DeMar's face or you'll might end up on your face.
DeMar
NBA
DeRozan?
star DeMar DeRozan was involved in a physical altercation at
Again?
Yume Sushi in Calabasas, California. Yep. This is the guy who tried to put his camera in DeMar's face, and DeMar whooped his ass. Now, the first video is from the people that are with DeMar's view. The second video I uploaded is also the same scene, but from the view of the guy who brought his camera to DeMar's table. And it's even funnier because you see the guy walk up, then you see him on his back, and then the next clip is of him. Here he is. He's in the ambulance in the third clip.
What is he doing here?
Watch, he goes and puts it in his face. Hey, DeMar. DeMar's like, making that shit in my face.
Them are some dumbass motherfuckers. I
So
can tell you
then
that.
you hear, oh yeah. So then you hear him like whooping the dude's ass right here, and then the very next clip is him in the ambulance.
Oh, nice.
Fucking.
That's your punk ass get.
He ain't bleeding or anything.
That's your ass get.
He'll probably sue, man. Get some money.
Video footage of the incident has gone viral on social media, showing the altercation
Of
between
course he's gonna
DeRozan and
sue.
the individual. Boom. All right, this is a funny story about Nancy Mace.
Who's that?
Congresswoman Nancy Mace. She had an Ulta Beauty confrontation with a Ulta Beauty consultant, and she started listen to this altercation between this
Do you
guy.
want to keep going and keep harassing me? You could have gone to a dozen town halls last year.
I asked if you're doing any more this year. It was one simple question.
Yeah.
Are you doing a town
I've already done one. I'll do plenty more.
More this year was a simple question.
You're always invited.
Okay, sweet. Well, look
And
out
by
for
the
an
way,
actual invitation.
I voted for gay marriage twice.
What does that have to do with
So
you?
I'm just saying, it has to everything to do with you.
You think everything about me has to do with gay marriage?
I do,
That's
absolutely.
Your first stance when you
Yep.
speak with me?
Absolutely.
There's no other humane
If you want to get in my
conversation
face
you can
about
have
town
me.
halls, you should have shown up
There's
to
no
one
other
last
humane
year.
thing you can talk about me just saying, oh, I support gay marriage.
Yeah,
That's the
because you're
only thing
getting
you
in
have
my
to
face
say.
about a town hall. You
Oh,
could have
it's
gone
asking one
last year.
simple question from
Would
right
you
over
like
here
me?
is if you have any plans to have more town hall this year.
I have town
That was
halls
one
every year.
question.
I have
How about those short shorts that guys wear?
They really start getting into it.
I'm
and
not-
She's like, fuck you.
You could have come to any of them last year.
And I'm
I had
asking you
over a
about this year,
dozen.
not stuff
Where
like
were you the
this
year
right
before that?
My
Or the year
favorite part is
before
when
that?
she's like,
oh, because you know what? Because
I
you
signed on to
people
two
who
fucking. I signed on to 2 LGBTQ bills, and he's like, "What the fuck's that got to do with me?"
And Nancy Mace is a Republican or a Democrat?
She's a Republican.
She
Now
is.
Why,
she's
why
like,
weren't
"Fuck
we
you,
playing
you're-"
girl fight underneath
I'm
this?
not. I'm not. I won by so much.
You're a disgrace to the state. That's what you are.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Ask you a simple question, and you just to go on this
Harsh
tirade and
words.
tell me, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Disgusting.
Get out of my face.
Wow. Fuck you. Wow. It's good. Why was that guy at Ulta, by the way? Is he getting some mascara? Is he getting
Sure.
some mascara, you think?
And it's just funny that she's like, "I support gay marriage." He's like, "What does that have to do with me?" She's like, "It has everything to do
It's
with you."
pretty
I got maybe
obvious
it's the
to me.
shorts. I'm not exactly sure.
No, I mean, it could have been the way you
totally
talk too.
discriminated.
Also, you're an Ulta. All right, here we
Well,
go. Here's a,
he could be
here's a
shopping for
golf
his
fight
sister.
that broke out in plain sight. A wild and hilarious fight broke out on a golf course this week over slow play.
I saw that.
You know what slow play is? It's when
Yeah.
you're taking forever to line up a putt.
Well, look at them fighting.
Yeah. Fucking speeding up
Oh
now.
shit,
I'll
he
tell you.
took his shirt off.
Oh, shit.
Boop.
Old
Whoa,
man.
took
Wow,
His
yeah.
ass. Oh.
Old timer just gave him the right smacker.
You just gotta watch.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
busted
he's
his-
bloody. Oh,
Got him
that's a
again.
fucking. That was a
Wow.
line drive. I'll tell you what. Oh shit, it's fucking what's his name?
Who is that guy? They need to get him in the ring. He needs to fight.
He clocked him twice.
This guy.
This guy's got a right hand. You don't want to fuck with that
This,
guy in the
this
blue
guy
shirt.
must be a hockey player, man. He can kick some ass.
Swamp.
Boom.
Bink.
It's a good fight.
That's a pretty good
Not
one.
really.
Yeah.
You don't expect a guy in shorts like that to give it to you.
Sure you do. Look at him. He's
Like, come on.
obviously worked
It's
out.
like, come on, Bubba. You let's let it go now. He didn't got you. Let
I
him
think
go.
they're gonna
Say it
play
on
through.
down, big fella.
I've
He
seen
definitely
issues
played through.
on the golf course before. I remember I was with my stepdad one time and someone hit a ball into us and like the ball trickled up and almost, hit us. He turned around and smacked the ball back at them and flipped them off, and they wanted no part of my stepdad. He was going to fuck them up, really. So sometimes people get pissed, on the golf course.
Hey,
you get a few beers in you.
It's a gentleman's sport, and if you don't act gentlemanly while you're out there, then you deserve to get your ass kicked. They make you wear a collared fucking shirt for crying out loud.
They call it golf etiquette. You have to have golf etiquette.
It's a gentleman's game.
All right, this is a crazy pair of identical Australian twin sisters that are going viral for a news interview about their mom being carjacked in Australia. And the crazy thing about these two twins is they talk at the same time. Sometimes they line up. Listen to them.
To help when the carjacked SUV rolled on Steve Irwin Way, only to find the gun-wielding car thief emerging from the wreck. Here's some of what they had to say.
Good Lord.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum, and he went up there and he was coming back down towards us, and he goes, run, he's got a gun.
That's a good drop for a song, by the way.
Our heart started to pound, and I said, well, mum, where's mum? And poor mum was stuck up there.
That's real.
Our brave mum.
Are they conjoined twins or
no?
Apparently, they just don't shut the fuck up, either one of them.
That's Bridget and Paula Powers, both 50 years old.
50?
Yep.
Holy shit,
and
they
that's
look
Rainbow's
70.
ideal fucking threesome right there.
They're like in stereo. That'd be like stereo vagina. Left
Oh
and
my
right.
God.
I'm coming. At the same time. All right, my last one here. If you've ever been to Swamp Fest, this is Swamp Fest. I think it's sponsored by Monster. It's in Florida right here. It's a BMX festival like no other. Swamp Fest is built for the riders, by the riders. Every rail jump loop made is an invitation for destruction. You got to check this out. Kick up the volume if you can.
Oh, wow. How do you get up there?
So this is all BMX racing. There are jumps and ramps, mud pits. This was here last weekend in Florida.
This looks like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
These guys are nuts. Crazy. That's some
like-
country-ass shit. Shit.
Yeah, that is definitely some, yeah.
So this is a BMX event.
Looks like fun.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. He says, well, you could DJ there, Ramo. I'm sure they like the techno.
Oh, that's a pretty cool thing.
That looks fun. I wouldn't do it though. It's crazy.
How
I
was
mean,
that?
it
That
looks
guy
like
just threw a hatchet into the crowd?
Let me rephrase that.
There's
It
me.
looks like an extremely
Jacob.
fun event. I wouldn't be doing none of that crazy shit.
Cool, man. That's the news.
That's it?
That's it.
All right, man. Hell of a job.
Nice
Thank
work.
you, Tomcat, man. That's impressive.
Thank you.
We screwed that up.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's a show, boys.
All right.
It's a wrap.
Time to hoot.
That's a sure.
Brown guy, black guy, white guy.
The brownest.
We need to
We
drop
walk
our
in,
labels.
Do a podcast. Well, that's the point. That's the point of
for
the show.
Americans.
We're all on the same team, but we're all wearing different uniforms. That's all. Different unis.
We're in the same league, just a different
Like
uniform.
the Power Rangers with different color Power Rangers.
Yeah.
You're the red.
Shout out to all the listeners out there and all the viewers. For those of you that just listened to the audio version, you should really
Appreciate you.
check us out on YouTube. We're on YouTube.
Good.
We're on Facebook. All the social medias. And thanks to Jordan and Jacob back in the truck for doing the videos.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it for us. You guys got any? You guys got anything you want to say as we get out of here?
Wear sunscreen, drink water,
Yeah, it's getting fucking hot out there.
smoke good weed.
Definitely.
Tequila's
Speaking of
great for you if you drink. If not, it's okay. Just drink green tea. Be good to yourself, your neighbors.
I think I'll have some stuffed shells for dinner tonight.
That sounds
Yeah.
sounds good. What do you stuff in those shells?
My penis? No.
The
I think it's
Garcia.
ricotta cheese.
It's the Garcia.
Is that what they
That's
put
it
in
is.
it?
Garcia.
Ricotta cheese?
Fill it up with some Garcia. Yeah.
Hey. And some homemade gravy. Hey.
Adios, everyone. We'll
Italiano.
see you next week.
I'm Puerto Rican now. My life's Partial.